Yes, my people, welcome back to Tenacious Trading Group. And today I'm going to be going over trade of the week. So, trade of the week happened to come on Thursday, and obviously, I'm just going to break it down to you guys. So, on my 1 hour chart, price is clearly bullish, and this is my most recent zone from this area here where we had our market structure break. So, obviously, if this is my protected low, and if this is my week high, everything inside of this is just internal structure, and it looks like potentially now that price is pulling back. So obviously we understand that price has to do what? Expand, pull back, expand, pull back. So right now it looks like we're in a pullback phase. So if I go down to my 5 minute time frame, more or less we're going to be bearish, and we can see how price is below our SMAs. But also if we now look at our swing points, we had a internal market structure break, then we had an internal market structure shift, then we had an internal market structure break followed by that. So clearly right now internally price is bearish, overall price is still bullish based off our 1 hour time frame, but right now I am just going to be trading the pullback. So now my hypothesis, my bias for today will be me looking for shorts. So right now I am on a 5 minute time frame, and if I go to my one, this will be much more easier to see. We actually do have SBS in terms of this is my one, this is my two, this is my three. Price has swept four and potentially my five. So we don't quite tap the 618, and we don't have to always tap the 618 for price to dump, and we also don't quite tap the 50%. However, I don't have this level on my chart, but you can easily add the, I think it is the zero. I'll get it up somewhere, but there is another level that Stoke uses, similar to Dave, where Dave uses the 0.3, 0.5, 0.7. So there is, I think, the 0.382, if I'm correct. Yeah, so you have this level as well, and okay, that's it. So you have this level as well, which is the 0.382, similar to the 0.3, 0.5, 0.7, as I just said. So price is just really bearish right now, and obviously we have our SBS. So now if you're looking to potentially take a trade, you might look for things to try to get yourself in. No, we don't have RSI. Is it the end of the world? Absolutely not. However, now you might just use a CSS entry where price closed below. We don't quite tap the 30% or the 50%, but look what happens. Price comes back, we tap. So now you would be in with a sell stop just above that high, and obviously I normally target 2 Rs, and if you let price play out, that's you done for the day. That's your 2R done. I mean, there is also a S&D flip where this is my last up down, and obviously you have a sell stop there, but depending on how you manage your trade, you might have got caught out at a break even. Price did hit your 1.5 R, and it came back. So again, depending on how you manage your trade, you might have been caught at break even. So I didn't actually take the trade from here because I wanted price to at least mitigate a little bit further, but price kept dumping. And if I just go on my 5 minute chart, we've actually now had a candle that's closed below. So now this is my new zone from this high to potentially the current low. Okay, this is my current low, and again if we go down to my 1 minute chart, we actually do have SBS, where this could be my 1, this could be my 2, 3, 4, 5. Let price play out. So we've had, not yet. Okay, perfect. So we've had our sweep, and initially I thought the same thing was going to happen again, where price wouldn't mitigate the 618 or the 50%, and we'll just start to make our way down. But all I done was just mark out internal structure. So if I clear my charts again, if I know that this is my, actually no, let me not do that. So if I know that this is my protected high and this is my weak low, so if I know that this is my weak low and I know that this is my protected high, everything inside of this is just internal structure. So technically we've had a internal MSB there, internal MSB there, internal MSB right there, and I mean we have internal ones here, but I'm not going to use that. But now price has taken out this low, so that's a market structure shift, and this is a validated swing high, and price has also taken out this low. So theoretically this will now be my 1, this will now be my 2, this will now be potentially my 3, 4, 5, and price doesn't come and sweep us. Unfortunately, these things are going to happen. We didn't get that sweep, so I wasn't able to take a trade from here, but it's not the end of the world. And then now we've closed below. Okay, so this is why I entered. So we had another MSP from here, and then from here we have SBS. It's not the cleanest one, but this candle happens to be my 1, this candle happens to be my 2, this ended up being my 3, and we just swept ever so slightly. We literally swept ever so slightly, and then I just entered with a sell position like that, targeting a 2R, because if I want to be wrong, I want to be wrong fairly quickly, because I understand that we still have areas where price could still want to sweep. So price could still end up coming back to this high to sweep. Price could end up coming back to also this high to sweep. So if I want to be wrong, I want to be wrong fairly quickly, you know, and then obviously potentially re-enter. So as price was playing out, price dumped very, very nicely. I mean, we even had CSS here where price closed below, came back, tapped the 70%, and obviously now you're now tagged in just like this with a sell stop, and then that's you done. I mean, there are other ways in which you could have entered, so let me see if we can find a candle. Let's see. I can't actually wait. No, I can't find it. But if you know about Dave's TBR / inside bar entry, there was one somewhere. I just can't seem to find it, and I'm not gonna go looking for it because I didn't take a trade from there. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. That was my trade, obviously from somewhere around there. And yeah, when I go back to my 1 hour chart, we can see how price was clearly in the pullback, but potentially we might even disrespect this protected low. But until then, overall price is still bullish. It's just that internally price is in a pullback leg where it wants to tap into something. So we could tap into this wick fractal here, have a nice reaction that pushes price back up. Or we could disrespect this. We might want to tap into something beneath. So now, instead, this ends up being our 1, this ends up being our 2, this ends up being our 3, 4, 5. Where price wants to mitigate something beneath us first, and then we start pushing higher. Or potentially we might just start to continue on dumping. Again, I don't make the rules, I just react to what the market gives us. But that's it for today's trade of the week. Always remember, guys, that victory belongs to the most tenacious, and wherever you are in the world, I'm wishing you guys a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, and a good night. And I'll see you guys next week. Ciao.